Hello, hello. How are you all? I hope you are all okay. So I've come down to my little spot close to home because I have been sent this. Now, I actually can't tell you how excited I am about this tent. Look at it. It's flipping ancient like me. So basically, I was contacted by a friend who found this in a charity shop and he posted it in a group, and I was just like, literally, I swear down, obviously not this actual one, but I think this is like the first tent I ever had that was mine as a teenager. And bless him, Craig Linton, you are a flipping legend. He sent it to me. So my plan is this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to put it up. I'm going to get it up. Yes, I am today. Going to make sure that everything's there. Like I said, it's quite old, this tent. I actually can't find online any details about it whatsoever. There is a new version of the Eurohike backpacker that looks nothing like this. This is the original, peeps. It's the original. So I'm going to get said tent up and we'll take a look at it. Come on. I actually can't believe how colour coordinated it is with me. Almost like it's meant to be. So I have brought a ground mat from my Cloud Peak because this has got, honestly, you wait till you see it, the thickest plastic kind of ground sheet on the inner, but I obviously don't know how robust that is, if it's gone brittle, anything like that. So I thought I'll just bring that little ground sheet with me just to test it out, really. I'm hoping I won't need it. I want to take this little beauty up onto Dartmoor next week. So this is a bit of a trial run, really. What I'll do, I'll get it up and then I will kind of take you around it and give you some of the specs and stuff. I can't find anything about it online, so I'm relying solely on the information that's on the front label. It's 2.5 kilos. It's not a lightweight tent, but for me, the kind of, from a romantic reminiscing point of view, I cannot seriously wait to camp in this tent. So come on, I'm going to faff around for ages. Let's put you on a time lapse and then you can kind of see me having great joy trying to put this beast up. I just want to quickly show you. So it's got steel poles and then it's got a plastic bit for your A-frame pole at the front. Little rubber stoppers to go on each pole. So there's one pole at the back and an A-frame at the front. And then the guy lines literally look like shoelaces. Love it. Come on. Look at it. I love it. It's a good looking tent, I must say. Look at it. Oh, I love it. So I must say I've not seen a tent that has quite so many peg out points on it. Let me spin you round and I'll show you. So just on the front alone, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pegs back round to where the A-frame poles are. Then there's 2 on the sides and then there's 3 round the back. Now, so far I have to say, so these are rubber and they haven't, well, they don't look like perished at all. None of them do. They look in such good condition considering how old this tent must be. I mean, it must be at least, you know, like 10 years old with me, you know, owning this as a teenager. Clearly, it's not that old at all, really. I'm kind of guessing where the darker patches are on the tent is, that's my guess, somebody has attempted to kind of seam seal it. Whether successfully or not, who knows. I'm assuming that these are meant to go up on the poles. I did wonder whether they should have gone on the bottom of these poles under here, because actually they just have spikes, but they obviously go dig into the ground and hold it really sturdy. But oh my god, I love it. First possible issue I can see is if the wind was hammering you from the side, because obviously there's no guys to pull the side out. And from memory, this is the tent that I slept in and it leaked on me all night. So it is a 2-person tent, and this is the tent that I was camping with my friend Coral, and she slept sound all night whilst I was in a puddle, because there was a kind of ongoing issue with the inner keep touching the fly sheet unless you got it pitched just right. So I'm going to get the inner in it and let's have another look. I love it. It's awesome. I wondered whether I'd have room to kind of sit, and obviously I haven't got the inner in yet, so that'll be the true test. But I'm feeling so excited about this tent, honestly. It weighs a flipping ton. It's not, you know, it's nostalgic for me, and obviously you can't just go and buy one anyway. But I knew you'd want to have a look at it with me. So, with the inner, I'll try not to rustle it too much. I'll show you close up in detail in a minute. But it's got, yeah, a really thick plastic ground sheet. And then the material on the inner is like cotton. Now, this does not smell like I remember it. Like I just remember the smell of my tent as a teenager. I mean, I've been brought up on camping, and I've camped for literally as long as I can physically remember. And then obviously there's photos of me as like a little 4 or 5-year-old camping with my parents. But I'm just so flipping excited. Right, give me a minute to work out how on earth this fits in here. Oh, there's a loop I can see. So there's a loop at the back by the back pole where the inner attaches, and then there's a hole in the little A-frame bit at the front where it obviously attaches, and then it pegs in down the sides. So one of the only additions really that I've made so far, I've bought more guy line or more paracord, so that if any of the rubbers decide to go on the tent, we're not going to get pregnant. No, we're not. We're not going to have a flappy issue, because obviously if your rubber goes, you can't peg out your tent. So these skewer pegs come with it, which I've always thought are naff. So I did buy a pack, and I can't do it without getting a wet bum. I did buy a pack of these little buttes just off Amazon. They're quite chunky ones. I love this design of tent peg, and what I did want is the big hook. I'll show you in close up in a minute, where the said rubbers can really properly grip onto the peg. So I'll put that back in a minute. Let's get this inner up. No easy way of doing this. Peg. ground here is so rocky. I'm really sorry because you're just looking at my arse right now. Soz. Right, just so you can see kind of what it's looking like. So yeah, hooked up in the back. I've pegged it at the back. I've pulled it taut both sides and then to each other as well. So kind of back and out, pegged it there. And then now we just need to peg it at the front. Peg these front bits and we're good to go. Oh, there's plenty of room. There's absolutely no danger of it touching in the middle. Let me show you. There, you see there's actually a really good clear gap of at least probably, let me move you down a little bit. Can't, there you go, you can see. Yeah, a good 2-3 inches probably between the fly sheet and the inner. So that's brilliant. That's really, really good. Time to open it. What I've done is I've actually opened this whole half of the door back, and unfortunately there is no there's no clip to hold it back, but you know, you can't have everything, and it's things like that they probably thought of afterwards, isn't it? I tell honestly, considering how old this tent is, it's in bloody good condition. Honestly, how me and two, well no, not me and two friends. How me and a friend both slept in here, I don't know. It's very very snug in the inner. But it's in such, I cannot get over my head how good a condition this tent's in. It is mind-blowing because it's a few years old. You've got a pocket down, can you see? Hang on, still can't see. There you go. Got a pocket in there. In the door there's a little bit of ventilation in the top, and then the front is more waterproof material, but then obviously you've got the cotton side, so that's a lot more breathable anyway. So I don't ever remember really as a teenager like having a wet bed or a damp bed or a moist bed. I don't remember any of those things as a teenager in this tent, so whether condensation just isn't an issue or not, I don't know, but I cannot wait. I'm taking it on Dartmoor. I am. Yes, it weighs a ton, but I'm not going to walk far. I haven't been able to even get the pegs in the ground very far here because it's so rocky, but at least I've kind of been able to test it out. I think what I will probably do is get some new guy lines, cut them to the same length just so I've got them if I need them. But I mean, these seem all right. Like I said, nothing seems perished on it or worn on it at all. It's almost like it's barely been used. I'll take a bivvy with me, I think, so that if it leaks, which let's face it, it could, it's old, or rather it's matured like a fine wine. So just in case, I'll put my whole sleeping bag probably in a bivvy, or at least take my snug pack one so that it's water resistant anyway. Oh my God, I love it. Craig, once again, you are a bloody legend. Thank you so much. Honestly, I can't tell you how happy this makes me. I can't tell you. I really hope you've enjoyed this first little look at my new, exceedingly old tent. Bit like its owner, really, very old. I really hope you've enjoyed it anyway. I know I have. I am beyond excited to take this little bad boy up on Dartmoor, hopefully next weekend, all being well, as long as all my aches and pains and things are kind of bearable by then. I can't wait, cannot wait. I really hope you've enjoyed looking at it anyway. The OG Eurohike backpacker tent from good old millets back in the day. It's flipping awesome. I love it. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you again to Craig. You're a legend. Take care, everyone, and I will see you all again soon. Bye.